Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noel and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have a lovely lifestyle box that I have been a subscriber of for several years, almost the length of my channel, which is coming up on 5 years in just a couple of days. So thank you especially to those of you who have been with me from the beginning. The box I am opening today is of course Hygge Box. Now this box has two different sizes. They have their standard and their deluxe sizes. I have done both, but for most of the time I have been a deluxe subscriber because it's just a couple more dollars and you always get an extra item or two. I would say 90% of the time it's just one extra item. It's not always my favorite item, but I feel the FOMO with this box, so I have just been doing the 3-month subscription for, like I said, several years. You can do month to month, you can do 3 months, you can do 6 or even 12. Obviously the most savings if you are able to do that larger subscription right up front, but I do have a link that will save you 5% if you would like to use that and try it out. This box is not sent to me for review, so any help in that way is definitely appreciated on my part. But the pricing, so the standard box is going to be 4 to 5 items, and that is $42 plus $10 in shipping. That's the month-to-month pricing. And then the deluxe box is just $2 more for the actual box, $44 per month plus $12 in shipping. So 2 plus 2, that means $4 extra per month just to get an extra item, which is a really good deal because I feel like the items inside are definitely worth what you're paying, and usually that extra item is well worth that extra $4 in my personal opinion. Now the things with Hygge Box is you always get, there's 3 things that you always get, which is an element of light, which is often a candle, sometimes some fairy lights, sometimes there's been other interpretations, an edible indulgence. As we slip into the fall and winter months, we'll get a little bit more on the chocolatey, melty side that they steer clear of in the summer months, which is understandable and appreciated, as well as a Hygge drink. So in case you are unfamiliar with the concept of Hygge, I feel like now people are kind of used to hearing it and saying it. It is the Danish concept of coziness, but it is a whole lifestyle. It is something that you can practice year-round and in many different ways. But let's go ahead and get into our box. If you are ever interested and you do decide to subscribe, they have a pretty lengthy description of it, and you can also shop around on their site. They don't have a very extensive shop yet. I don't know if that's going to be something that continues to expand, but they do have some other Hygge ideas and items there if you want to check out the site. So one of the things that I do like about Hygge Box, and they have deviated from this and then returned, is their nice printed square card that they have every month. For a little while they did a pamphlet, sometimes it was different sizes, but they came back to this standard square card, which I think is really cute. So if you have a little frame, you can always have this as your monthly sort of decor. It just says Shop Hygge Box in really small letters on the corner, which I appreciate. Very light branding from any box. And then on the back, of course, it tells us about all of our products, and the same, it always has the same format where there's a little intro to kind of the theme. Of course, the theme is always Hygge, and then we also tells us what the deluxe box item or items is or are. So again, it is just one this time around. This is interesting. I'm excited to see what this is. So it looks like we've got 5 items in the standard box and then 6 in the deluxe box, and I will prop this up in front of me. So I'm not going to read the description quite yet because a lot of the times there are some spoilers in there, but the theme of the product card at least is quiet reflection. So here is our nice tissue paper. I hear some things rattling around in there. I'm a little nervous. I'm always a little nervous when I hear things rattling around. Usually it's things that are totally fine to rattle around, but you never know. Especially, guys, I got a box the other day which had a giant hole in the top, like the forklift had just gouged it from the top. Man, it is crazy. And it's not even my mail carriers. I actually love my mail carriers. I think it's like in the warehouses. There's something like, there's just like bells and whistles on my boxes or something that just tells them to try to stab them as hard as they can. All right, so inside you can see a couple of items right on top. So let's see if we can find it. This first one looks like our drink. So this would be in both boxes. This is the Nordic Morning Cold Tea. So leaning into the Nordic Scandinavian side of Hygge, which is where it comes from. It's from Plucked, which is a fantastic tea brand. So let me see if I can find this. It says boost your energy and gut health with morning cold tea, a refreshing blend brewed with cold water in just 10 minutes. Enjoy the fermented Nordic black tea for its revitalizing properties, antioxidant-rich blueberries, and the fresh taste of peppermint. That sounds delicious. Peppermint and blueberries together. This caffeine-free organic tea comes neatly packed in 10 plant-based tea bags, each perfect for a water bottle. Experience the meadow cold any time of day. And I love that even though we are slipping into the fall, as you can see, I'm still kind of dressed for summer. So this is a really nice way of starting my tea season, but with a nice cold version. So that's exciting. So sounds really good. You just pour it with cold water. They just say, can't emphasize that enough, that it is with cold water, and it is a nice resealable package, which I appreciate. So that is your Hygge drink. So this is cute. I believe this little guy on top is part of our deluxe box. I guess technically there are 2 items for the extra item this time around, so I misspoke. There are actually 2 items. They complement one another, of course. Here is our edible indulgence, so still not into the melty things yet, but this is from another brand that we do see in a lot of subscription boxes. I haven't seen it for a little while. A box that used to use them quite a bit, which I will miss, is Tea Pray Love. This is from Rustic Bakery. It is some organic sourdough flat bread bites. It looks like they didn't get too crumbled up, but it's rosemary and olive oil is the flavor. And then of course, I was just gonna say, this makes me want to create a charcuterie or crudité board, and they have a nice sample. Doesn't that look gorgeous? That's like the one thing that I'm excited about doing for potlucks these days, is trying to make a pretty spread and then trying to get it there in one piece. And then it doesn't even bother me when people mess it up, because then I just feel like it's a success if it gets a little messed up. So it says, elevate any moment with rosemary and olive oil bites, artisan crackers, handcrafted to perfection, crisp and vibrant. They evoke the Mediterranean with every every bite. I guess every bite could be a vibe. Perfect for enjoying solo or sharing with friends, these bites pair wonderfully with any cheese or dip, offering a subtle yet irresistible flavor that everyone will love. So a nice cold black tea, along with some crudité, some veggies, and some crackers, and some like rondelets or boursin. Sounds delish to me. A nice refreshing snack, which I might indulge in just a few minutes when I'm done with my filming for the day. All right, here is a candle. Now this is a candle company that has been making their rounds in the subscription box world, and admittedly I open more subscription boxes than most people actually subscribe to and receive, but I'm very happy with it. So I'll tell you, I've definitely seen them in Gen Glow. I've definitely seen them in Goldie Boxed. There's another box that we recently got this candle brand in, and I'm all for it. But this is a scent that I have not received yet. So it's a really cute little glass container with this nice little wood lid. Now I wish I had saved some of the other candles, because I've burned them already, because they would be really cute with all their different colored lids. I think I've had a pink one and an orange one. I don't think, my husband is in charge of selecting which candles we burn in the house, because he likes to go through the little like shelf of candles that I have on reserve, and then he picks what scent we want to burn for that week in the house. But I should have saved them all, because they'd be cute reusable jars. So this one is called Mary Jane. I actually, you know, that other thing that's called Mary Jane, I get a little sensitive to that scent. So let's see though. Top notes of citrus, rosemary, and cannabis. Mid notes of lavender and rose. And then base notes of amber and sandalwood. So it's definitely going to have an earthy vibe to it. I'm loving the idea of citrus and rosemary together. We kind of have like a rosemary theme going, a green theme going. The amber and sandalwood sound good. Like amber is as like kind of spicy and dark, musky that I like to get. I'm a little nervous about the rose and the cannabis together. So let's give it a sniff, shall we? Okay. Well, I don't feel like I'm at a concert. So it doesn't smell strongly of cannabis to me. I definitely can smell the sandalwood and amber. Not so much the rose, and not so much the citrus and rosemary either, honestly. I wish it had a little bit more of the citrus and rosemary, a little more herbal. But I do smell this amber and sandalwood, so those are the base notes for me. But it will be a nice transitional candle scent as we do move into some cooler months. It felt like it was starting to cool off here, and then all of a sudden I looked at the weather forecast and it was like, oh no, it is still summer, because summer here where I live in San Diego, it can be like well into October, let's be honest. All right, so what does it say about this? This is, of course, our element of light. So we had our drink, we had our edible indulgence, and then, of course, we have our element of light. So it says, indulge in luxury with the Mary Jane candle. Crafted from a creamy coconut soy wax blend and infused with essential oils, it releases captivating aromas of herbal greens, rose, dark woods, and exotic cinnabar. Ideal for small spaces, each candle offers up to 26 hours of delightful fragrance in a stylish reusable glass vessel with a wood lid. And I do love that sage green color. So let me go ahead. It's from a company, by the way, called Studio O, like O-H, exclamation point. All right, let's keep moving. We've got 3 more items. The next one is, and there is usually a self-care item of some sort. This one has been shrink wrapped, which is a good thing because it looks like it has a pump top. So those can get sometimes jostled in shipping. Forgive me for the ASMR. So I like to think of wrapping sounds as unboxing ASMR. I know some people are a little sensitive to it, so forgive me for the crinkling sounds, but this is what you get when you get a unedited, one take, continuous take video from me. So this is nice. This is from Cuccio Somatology Botanicals. It says it's a hand and body wash, sandalwood and sage. So they definitely do have like a theme going on. We've got the sandalwood, we had like the rosemary carryover from the crackers, we have these nice green sagey colors. So I like that there is sort of a, not only, of course, the quiet reflection theme, but also a scent and color palette theme that seems to be kind of threading its way through this whole particular curation. So let me hold this up. I know it's really hard to read what's on there, but says experience tranquility with hydrating botanicals body wash infused with shea butter and oat amino acids for deep hydration and essential oils of sandalwood and sage to reduce stress. It transforms your self-care ritual into a calming retreat. Leave your skin feeling renewed and revitalized while soothing your senses and uplifting your day. So it's not like a super big pump bottle. It is 8 fluid ounces, but I like that it is a body wash and not just a hand wash. You could definitely probably use it as a hand wash since it does have that convenient pump top, like right by your sink in your kitchen or in your bathroom, but I'll probably put it on one of the shelves in the shower because I do like a nice refreshing body wash. So let's see. We've got one more item, I believe, that is in both the standard and premium boxes, and this is unusual. We don't get a lot of books in Hygge Box, which I actually really like. This is definitely kind of has Hygge vibes though. It says home sweet, homegrown. How to grow, make, and store food no matter where you live. So definitely sort of like that homesteading, like farming vibe is very Hygge in terms of being outdoors, but also really natural products and ingredients, in keeping things sort of simple and less processed. So Home Sweet Homegrown is your guide to food independence, packed with practical tips. It covers everything from seed starting to harvest preservation. Discover DIY planters, irrigation systems, upcycled garden stations, organic plant spray recipes, and cost comparisons of homegrown versus store-bought produce. Perfect for both novice and experienced gardeners seeking sustainable living solutions. So this is something, I mean, it's got cute little illustrations and stuff. This is something that's gonna like hit for like some people, but like a lot of us, depending on our like living situation. I know you can have like a kitchen garden or a little patio garden. Like I don't know like that I will personally use it. It's just gonna make me feel bad about not shopping more organic or going to my local farmers markets more often. It's probably just gonna be like a little bit of a more conviction thing. It does have recipes in the back though, like quick garlic bread, baba ganoush, some infusions. It talks about canning. You can, it says. So definitely something worth, I guess, flipping through. But the stuff in the beginning in terms of like growing your own kale, like you need to have some space for kale for sure. So let's see what the chapters are, the table of contents. There's why grow your own. Like, I mean, there's so many benefits, obviously, before I even begin to read the book. We know it would be better if we did a lot of our own self-sustained farming. Chapter 2 is starting. So like talking about starting from seeds versus seedlings, like making sure you have the right, oh, this is mostly for like, it looks like indoors. Chapter 3 is on growing, guides to growing 25 different vegetables. Chapter 4 is lasagna gardening. That's kind of funny. Plant in a bag gardening, straw bale gardening, different kinds of gardening. Chapter 5 is planning, making a plan, spacing your plants, interplanting, planting, companion planting. Chapter 6 is make, create your own seedling pots with newspaper, simple seed tape. Chapter 7 is eat. So that starts on page 82, and the whole thing is like 120 something pages, but there are quite a few recipes by vegetable. And then finally, chapter 8 is storage. So infusions, canning, pickling, fermenting, freezing, and drying. So the last two chapters, 7 and 8, eating and storing, those are gonna probably be my favorite chapters. All right, you guys, so just as a recap for the standard box, we got our rosemary and olive oil crackers. We got our nice cold tea that's supposed to be brewed cold. We got our nice Mary Jane candle that I don't think smells like Mary Jane, thankfully. Our Cuccio Botanicals hand and body wash, and then again our home sweet homegrown little book and guide. Definitely got the green vibes. It almost kind of has a spring vibe to me, more so than an end of summer into fall vibe, because I don't know how many people are thinking about like their gardening at this point. So that timing seems a little bit weird, but let's go ahead and see what our deluxe box extra item is. It definitely goes along with this assortment though. So one of the items is wrapped up. Like I said, it does have a complimentary product that goes along. This is pretty cute though. It's from a company called, it's from Danica Heirloom. It's their plant pot. So it's a little baby plant pot with ceramic, and I love how it's got this more smooth glaze and then this more matte rough glaze, or rough. I'm going to pull this little sticker off. So they did have a little Danica Studio sticker on there that I'm going to take off. But look, the feet are really cute. So it is not a pot that actually has drainage, so that does limit you on the certain kinds of flowers or things that you could grow. But this would be such a cute little succulent pot, although I do think succulents like some of that sandier, drier soil, so, and then it is good to be able to drain them too. But it says, discover the perfect pairing of a mini plant pot and a seed-bearing lollipop. So if you haven't seen these before, they are kind of fun. Basically, this is lemon and thyme, and then I believe you just stick the stick into some soil after enjoying the lemon and thyme flavored organic candy, so that it will grow you thyme flowers, of course. So we definitely had an herbal theme in this box. It says each reactive glaze pot is uniquely kiln finished, making it a beautiful addition to your home while promoting sustainable gardening. Seed growth is an exciting quest. So that is a cute pairing. For me, this is my favorite item in the entire box, so I'm very happy that this was the deluxe box extra item. I think that is a cute thing to do together, and it definitely goes along, like I said, with the whole theme in terms of gardening, in terms of green, in terms of, you know, we had a lot of green, in terms of herbs. We had rosemary, thyme, sage, all of that represented in this box. But again, it does feel somewhat out of season. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Does that make sense for this to be our late summer box? This was actually the August box, by the way, if you didn't happen to see the title or the thumbnail. So this is the August box. I like it. I like it. I mean, I live somewhere where it's definitely not fall yet, but I thought it was a good box, solid box. This is something I'm not sure that I will actually use. I'll flip through it, but I might be passing that one on. The other things all definitely consumable and usable, but you guys let me know in the comments below what your favorite item was and what you thought of this curation. I am always happy to hear from you, and if you are looking for a fun monthly, totally mystery, no spoilers, surprise box every month, this is a good time of year to try out Hygge Box, whether it's just for a few months or you try to go for that 3-month subscription, because we are going into those more classically Hygge months. So definitely use that link and it will save you 5%. Thanks so much for watching my video. I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing. Take care.